Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing SKN Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. SKN Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch SKN Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our SKN Newsline YouTube channel. SKN Newsline, your world, your news.
For the best in dental care, visit Dental Beginnings on Victoria Road, Bastair. We offer professional dental care in a variety of services: cleanings, extractions, fillings, oral examination, root canal treatment, crown and bridge, and sealants. We're open from Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 465-1951 or 668-1955. Or email us at dentalbeginnings@gmail.com. A gentle dentist in a comfortable and friendly environment. Dental Beginnings. It all begins with a smile.
Barbados-based political pollster and analyst Peter Wickham does not think the Peter Verdi scandal will have any negative political impact on Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris or the Team Unity government.
When I think of the Peter Verdi scandal, it speaks to one's perception of a leader's integrity, perhaps. I don't know that it has had an impact politically. If we look at Antigua and Barbuda, they just went through an election. The person at the center of it is former Minister Asset Michael. Asset Michael won close to 90% of the popular support in his constituency. So I'm inclined to think that if it's not going to have an impact in Antigua, where it's, what you could say is ground zero, my feeling in regard to the impact it will have here will be even less.
Speaking exclusively to SK Newsline, Mr. Wickham said he does not think the Peter Verdi saga is high on the agenda of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Ultimately, people vote on the basis of what an individual can do for them, or at the level of the country, certainly can do for the country. And my sense is that I don't know that it is high on the list of priorities for Kittitians, because one hasn't exactly demonstrated how it is supposed to make life harder for persons who live in St. Kitts and Nevis. And certainly how it speaks to a question of whether the individual, the Prime Minister involved, whether that be Prime Minister Harris or Prime Minister Douglas, whether it should impact negatively on the integrity of either of those individuals. And I think this is where my challenge comes. So I am not inclined to see it as high on the list of priorities. I think there are other things which are more important to Kittitians and Nevisians at this point in time.
In a tax fraud case involving UK business tycoon Peter Singh Verdi, includes transcript of a phone conversation between Mr. Verdi and his business partner. In the transcripts of the conversations dating back to as far as 2014 up to 2016, Mr. Verdi mentions the Prime Ministers of St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua, and the Energy Minister of Antigua, suggesting he was negotiating a bribe with them. Specific references were made of the Prime Minister of St. Kitts in exchange of the opportunity for Mr. Verdi to invest in the country. The Antiguan minister implicated, Mr. Asset Michael, has since resigned. Prime Minister Harris has maintained that there is no evidence to implicate he negotiated or took a bribe from Mr. Verdi, a view shared by some legal experts. Mr. Wickham agrees.
My question is whether there is evidence to suggest that Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris or alternatively Prime Minister Dr. Denzel Douglas was involved, because mention was made of a Prime Minister of St. Kitts. We've had two in recent times, and I'm anxious to know if there are specifics, and if there's specific information, certainly it should be brought out into the fore. But to have a speculative conversation about what someone else said is something that presents me with some challenges, and as I said, it's difficult, certainly in a court of law, to do that. In a court of public opinion, it's probably even harder to essentially name and shame or identify an individual where we are based on a third-party conversation.
The opposition has been very vocal on the matter and has demanded the resignation of the Prime Minister. Mr. Wickham believes their approach is expected if they wish to gain political mileage from this situation.
No, the opposition is well and properly advised to continue along any path that they feel will present political mileage, and you're very right. It appears to be political mileage. It appears to speak to the integrity of the leader of the opposition, the Prime Minister. And I think the leader of the opposition is within his rights to pursue it. Now, the extent to which leader of the opposition pursues this or any other issues, and the extent to which the leader of the opposition would probably prefer to pursue this issue as opposed to the issue of citizenship in a foreign country, it makes perfect sense to me. Having said that, however, it's not necessarily that everything that the opposition throws out, people are going to pick up and run with. But I think that an opposition has the right to exploit what they see as weaknesses. They see this as a weakness, and I think that they have every right to go forward in this regard. Whether or not they will capture public interest is another matter altogether.
Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Come on down to Kingdom Hair on Church Street, Bastille, for all your hair accessories and supplies. At Kingdom Hair, you get the best in braids, weaves, wigs, accessories, barber supplies, manicure and pedicure supplies, and cosmetics. We take it to another level with electrical items, hair products, and salon furniture. Our customer service is second to none and is seen from the very moment you enter our store. All at Kingdom Hair in the Charles Wilkin Building on Church Street, Bastille. Telephone number 466-8727. Kingdom Hair, your beauty supply store.
Another fugitive from a Caribbean island is believed to be hiding out in St. Kitts. A report from the Public Prosecutor's Office of the Dutch island of Curaçao, former Netherlands Antilles, is requesting the help of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis in identifying this man, Quinsley Emmanuel Poppen, who is wanted for the robbery and murder of a Chinese merchant on Curaçao. The Public Prosecutor's Office said it has received information from various sources that the suspect is believed to be on St. Kitts. Poppen was 18 years old when the crime was committed. He is now 23 years old. He speaks English, Papiamento, the native language of Curaçao, and Dutch. According to the prosecutor's office, the armed robbery on the Chinese supermarket Hua Giant on Curaçao took place on May 9, 2013. The merchant was killed at a short distance in front of his wife and child and was recorded by cameras in the store as seen in this footage. The Public Prosecutor's Office has issued a reward of 10,000 guilders, that's approximately $5,500 for the person that provides crucial information that leads to the arrest of Poppen. Poppen risks a prison sentence of a maximum of 18 years. It is believed that Poppen has moved between different islands in the Caribbean. He was on St. Martin and other nearby islands in recent months, but is now, according to sources, believed to be hiding on St. Kitts and Nevis, the prosecutor's office said. In view of this, it is very important to distribute photographs and the video of Poppen through the media, the prosecutor's office said. Persons knowing of his whereabouts are encouraged to call 1-721-580-9333 to provide tips to the authorities. This is the second time in 2 months that a fugitive is said to have been hiding out in St. Kitts. In April, a Jamaican fugitive who was living in St. Kitts was held by the authorities in Antigua and Barbuda for a crime committed in his home country earlier this year. The police authorities have indicated that they were not informed by the Jamaican authorities that the person in question was a crime suspect. Hence, he was not flagged in the immigration system when he arrived on the island. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like your boat when you're at sea and you get away from everything. Your home and the security of your daughter's things. And the car that you've had for too long. But after all these years, you just can't let go. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
The hurricane season 2018 started on June 1st. Mr. Elmer Burke, Chief Weatherman, speaking on Hurricane Preparedness Program From Danger to Safety, said that we are looking at about 14 storms to develop into the Atlantic Ocean, and 7 may develop into hurricanes.
But for now, we are looking at a slightly above average, and when we say slightly above average, we are looking at about 14 storms expected for the Atlantic Ocean, because that's the region that we are speaking about. And out of those 14 storms, 7 of those may develop into hurricanes, and out of those 7 hurricanes, it is likely that 3 of them might develop into major hurricanes. And as you are aware, major hurricanes are those of category 3, 4, and 5 strength.
He also said that some of the impacts we may get is a severe wet storm.
More storms, you would also get the rough seas accompanying with it, and some storms, because each storm have the different peculiarities. So sometimes we call some dry storms, and when we say the dry storms, because we don't get any significant amount of rainfall.
Right.
However, on the flip side, you can have extremely wet storm where you have extreme amount of rainfall. So it depends, and each storm is different, and we assess each storm differently accordingly.
Mr. Burke also said that all storms transition from wave to depression to storm and then to hurricane, but some of them develop more rapidly.
So because the rapid development in terms of the timeline for the transition is short at times. So at times, yes, in an initial report, we might be talking about a tropical wave, for example, and because conditions develop so rapidly in such a short time, you would hear us then say, okay, we now have a tropical storm forming. You realize we would have skipped the depression
stage, yeah.
And it is because we are now have in terms of the threshold for the storm, because for the storm we're looking at the wind speed. The wind speed must be of a certain magnitude when you're looking at the sustained winds. So once the sustained winds have reached that magnitude, then we can't call it a depression. We have to go straight to the storm.
He also stated that we should recognize that most storms come through the Caribbean and residents should start to prepare now.
This is the path that most storms you generally will pass through, come across the Atlantic from Africa and pass through the Caribbean. Because the Caribbean is just right there in the path of it. Yeah. So persons, you can't wait until you hear a storm is coming to start to prepare. Start to prepare now. Now that the season is relatively quiet, start to prepare now. If you have your cheese to prune, the basic, if you have a checklist, if you want to even know more, you could check whether NEMA for advice in terms of what can you do to get yourself in a state of readiness in advance of the hurricane season really picking up and ramping up and so forth.
The Atlantic hurricane season last year produced 2 devastating hurricanes, Hurricane Maria and Irma, that claimed lives and billions of dollars in damage to property. I am Chiari Morton, SKN Newsline.
Best Choice Auto presents the June 1-year anniversary sale. 15% discount off tires Sunday through Friday. 20% discount off tires Saturday. Huge savings on tires. Secure yours now. Call us at 663-3151 for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
St. Kitts and Nevis recorded its 16th homicide for the year 2018 on Saturday after Ronaldo Jeffers of St. Peter's was gunned down as he sat in a bus on College Street, Gut. According to police, sometime after 8 p.m. on Saturday, June 16, they received a report of a shooting incident in College Street, Gut. Several units responded along with members of the emergency medical services. Upon arrival, they found the motionless body of 33-year-old Ronaldo Jeffers of St. Peter's in the driver's seat of a bus he had been driving. He had what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds about the body and the head, the report said. Investigations have so far revealed that during the evening, Jeffers had parked in the area and was in the vehicle when a lone gunman rode upon a bicycle and shot him multiple times. The district medical officer visited the scene and pronounced him dead. Members of the crime scene unit arrived, processed the scene, and collected items of evidential value. Police investigation into the matter are ongoing. Persons with information regarding the incident are urged to call any police station or the Violent Crimes Unit at 467-1887, 467-1888, or 662-3468. Meanwhile, police have formally charged a 16-year-old male for the murder of a 17-year-old who was shot and killed at his home in Taylor's Village on May 30th. The 16-year-old was also charged for attempted murder of Antonio Lestrade, aged 19 years, and a 15-year-old male who both received gunshot injuries during the said incident. The charges were laid in the presence of a probation officer and his brother on June 16th. One other person is currently in police custody assisting with the investigations. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
How does it feel when you got that feeling? You got the flavor you love. How does it feel when you know you're not dreaming? There is nothing above. So good when you're feeling nice. So good it tastes just right. So good the place to be. So good it's KFC.
How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you're up on your ends with your friends? Everybody holding a vibe now. How you feel when things come together? How you feel when everything nice? How you feel when you savor the flavor, the feeling you get when you taste every bite?
So good when you get that meal. So good is the way you feel. So good any time of day. So good is what you say. So good when you dance all night. So good it tastes just right. So good the place to be. So good it's KFC.
The High Court on Friday, June 15, heard applications and objections with regards to the diplomatic passport case challenging the eligibility of Dr. Denzil Douglas as Member of Parliament. The High Court judge heard applications with relations to Cartwright Mills, a resident of Constituency 6, challenging the eligibility of Dr. Douglas by virtue of him possessing and using a diplomatic passport issued by the Commonwealth of Dominica. The court also heard queries from the defendants on an expert witness, which the legal team representing the Attorney General appointed, as well as questions regarding the affidavits filed by Dr. Douglas. The judge has reserved a judgment on these applications, and the case continues on July 6th. Angelina Suku Bob, junior legal counsel from Dr. Douglas's legal team, spoke to the media about what transpired in court on Friday.
The first application which Mr. Mills' attorney sought to do is to get their matter heard at the same time as the Attorney General's challenge. Our position was simply that the Constitution does not allow Mr. Mills to file a claim after the Attorney General has filed, or to in any way join the Attorney General's claim. And what he's seeking to do is to piggyback on the Attorney General's claim because his claim is devoid of any merit. The second application was an application for expert evidence to call an attorney at law from Dominica to give evidence. Our position is that while a Dominican lawyer must give evidence, Mr. Mills had to show that the candidate which they submitted should be an expert on the matters at hand, which deals with citizenship, immigration, and allegiance to a government.
Attorney Suku Bob expressed reservations about the qualification of the government side's expert witness.
The candidate submitted by Mr. Mills practices in family law and mediation, and we say that for the purposes of this matter, she cannot be deemed an expert, and therefore the application should fail, having not reached the required threshold.
Meanwhile, legal counsel representing the Attorney General, Anthony Ross QC, spoke to what they will be doing ahead of the continuation of the case.
There were 3 applications before the court, and there was also a request by counsel for Dr. Douglas to entertain some questions on the court's jurisdiction. The court heard all of the applications and has now asked that a formal application on the jurisdiction question be made, and that matter will be heard on July the 6th. On the other three matters, the other three applications, he has reserved decision.
SK Newsline asked Mr. Ross about reservations of their expert witness.
Well, it depends on the threshold. I mean, what is the threshold for the expert? In some jurisdictions, it's very low, but it appears that in this jurisdiction, they're asking the court to determine a different threshold. The way it's going to go, we are not sure because we have to file further submissions on that issue.
Do you anticipate that that will be a challenge for you in terms of getting that expert witness?
No, it shouldn't be a challenge.
The government of St. Kitts and Nevis is arguing that Dr. Douglas, by using a diplomatic passport issued by Dominica, has allegiance and adherence to a foreign power based on the laws of St. Kitts and Nevis. The defendants are arguing that Dr. Douglas, being issued a diplomatic passport from Dominica, has pledged no allegiance to a foreign power based on Dominica law, and this exercise is just designed to frustrate him. As he disembarked from the courthouse, Dr. Douglas addressed a small gathering of red-clad supporters of his Labour Party.
I want to thank you for being here again. Yes. Showing solidarity. Yes. With me. We love you. I want to thank my defense lawyer.
Yes, yes.
Mrs.
Suko. Yes. Angela Suko. Yes. 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 Yes.
Just as we thought. The case is crumbling. They have already begun to withdraw some of their claims. As I said earlier, this is just political harassment.
Exactly.
We will not only win this, but we will win the election.
Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
For the best in dental care, visit Dental Beginnings on Victoria Road, Bastair. We offer professional dental care in a variety of services: cleanings, extractions, fillings, oral examination, root canal treatment, crown and bridge, and sealants. We're open from Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Call us at 465-1951 or 668-1955. Or email us at dentalbeginnings@gmail.com. A gentle dentist in a comfortable and friendly environment. Dental Beginnings. It all begins with a smile.
The National Housing Corporation, NHC, handing over in Green Acres half a tree was held on the 12th of June. Prime Minister Timothy Harris spoke at this ceremony, congratulating the persons who received houses.
I want to start by saying congratulations. Congratulations to all of you who today received the keys to your home. Let's again give them all a wonderful round of applause.
Mr. Harris also said that it was because of unity that these homes are distributed.
It was because of unity and the vision of helpfulness for the people of the country why we are here today to celebrate the distribution of homes to this part of St. Christopher.
16 houses were distributed to the people of Half-a-Tree on the 12th of June. Eugene Hamilton, Minister of Housing, said that under this government, a total of 43 houses were delivered.
Since we have become the government, the team unity government, this delivery of houses now bring to the number in this constituency to 43. We first delivered 27. People have forgotten that right here. And now we are delivering another 16, some on private land and some on this particular area.
Meanwhile, Mr. Lindsey Grant, Member of Parliament for Constituency Number 4, stated that they are committed to build 300 houses before election.
We have been committed to build out 300 houses before the next general election rolls around. I am advised that we are almost halfway there by the Minister of Human Settlements, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton. Halfway there. We have 150 about more to go. But you know, some people are passing down the road and they say the unity government is not building any houses. And maybe part of the reason they are saying that is because this is what we call a cluster here this morning. Maybe they're not seeing clusters, but I want to tell you this government is doing something very, very innovative.
The Team Unity government, through its Unity Housing Solutions program, administered by the National Housing Corporation, NHC, presented house keys to 37 new homeowners this week, including Lavington in Settlers Village on Thursday, June 14th. I am Chiari Morton, SKN Newsline.
You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.